Yes. Okay. So let's move on. Eugenia, you are welcome. So we have recorded the opening balance. The first transaction we have to take care of is M. Baldwin settling his account. So we have determined that M. Baldwin is a debtor, right? But we are being told that he settled his account after taking a cash discount of 20%. So professors, please work out 20% of 2,500. Because this was how much he was owing us. And so if he's going to settle after taking a cash discount, let's know the cash discount involved. So 20% of 2,500, please, Eugenia, I think you do this one for us as your welcoming bonus. So 20% of 2,500, what would that be? How much would that be?
Sir, please, you said 20% of
2,500.
Sir, please, it's 500.
Okay, 500. Okay. So it means that the discount is 500, right? Meaning how much did M. Baldwin pay? Because he will pay after deducting this discount of 500. So how much net amount did he pay eventually? Let me ask Prof. Ken. Ken, I think Ken should answer that for me. Professor Ken.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so how much would he pay as the net amount after deducting the cash discount?
Please,
I don't know, maybe the way I pose the question, Ken is confused. So Ken, let's assume that you owe me 2,500, right? And as you're about to pay, I tell you to deduct a discount. A discount is an allowance or a reduction. So I ask you to reduce that amount by 20%, of which we have calculated to be 500. So the question is, how much would you pay me eventually after doing that deduction?
Evan,
Okay, so Ken says he will pay me 500. Ken, I guess I put you on the spot. Sorry about that. But so let's do this. So the person owes 2,500, right? Or better, so maybe Ken hasn't taken his breakfast. Okay, this 2,500, we are saying that he will settle it after taking a cash discount of 20%. And we have all agreed that a discount means an allowance or a reduction. Now that 20% of this 2,500, we have determined to be 500. So what it technically means is that he's going to pay 2,500 less 500 or after deducting 500. So eventually he's going to pay how much? 2,000 pounds. Okay, so that's what it means. So anytime you see the discount, what you have to do is to reduce it or less it from the gross amount. Okay. But do note, there are some questions where they'll be using pre, and post, as in the discount was, the money was paid after taking the discount, or the money was paid before taking the discount. Watch out for those. But in this case, he's going to deduct the 500. So eventually he will pay the business 2,000, right? Okay. So now let's record it. Look at how we record it. Please pay attention. We record it in the cash book. Okay. So this is a receipt. We are receiving money from our debtor, right? We use 30th September. 30th September. So the name of that customer is M. Baldwin. So you first need to show the discount, right? Under the discount column, which is 500. That is how much discount we allowed M. Baldwin, resulting to him making a payment of 2,000. Now the question is, was the money paid in cash or check? Now, here you have to be smart. You haven't seen anything regarding cash here, right? Because the balance given here was balance at bank. So it means that this business transacts using the bank more often than the cash. So this will be under the bank column 2,000, like that. Okay, let's move on. A. Robert is declared bankrupt and no payments were anticipated. So for A. Robert, he didn't pay, right? So the business did not receive anything. Then we are told Jean Platt pays in full. So Jean Platt was owing 250 and he paid in full. So it means that the business received the full amount of 250 from Jean Platt. So Jean Platt, again under the bank column, 250. Let me explain again. We are considering the bank column because the introduction gave us balance at the bank, and without any transaction linking us to maybe the money was received in cash or paid in cash, then we are obliged to be using the bank for the recording of the transaction. Okay, the final one says all creditors are paid, right? So they paid all the creditors. Of course, the creditors are just two, Newton and Ridley, and then J. Duckworth. They say we paid all of them. However, for Newton and Ridley, because of the speed of payment, they also gave us a 10% quick settlement discount. Okay, and they should be deducted from payment. And this time we are making the payment, so we have to credit our card. And for that matter, any discount we receive there is a discount received. So 30th September again, the first people is Newton and Ridley or Ridley. So please, let's do the calculation for the discount. Their figure was 4,400, 500, sorry. I've seen something in the chat, I'll read it soon. So 4,500 and we are being told there's a 10%. Please, what's 10% of 4,500? This one I think is 400. So it means the discount is what? 450. Immediately you determine that you can put it under your discount column. Then you less it from the gross amount to know how much was eventually paid to these customers. So please, 4,500 minus 450, what do we get? $4,050. Okay. So Austin, I think about the dates, yes, it's my Excel that is misbehaving, right? The balance is 1st September, right? But I guess my Excel sheet has a way of converting the date. So I've done the correction. So thanks for that prompt. So January has no business here. So let's continue. So we put the discount 450, and then how much was paid eventually? That'll be 4,050 after deducting the 450. Then we go for the last one, which is J Duckworth. For J Duckworth, J Duckworth. The name is similar to the business, but the J differentiates the two. For that supplier, he didn't give any discount, right? So there will be no deductions whatsoever. So we put the amount we owed J Duckworth 125 in there. That's all. So this question, as simple as it looks, right? Fortunately or unfortunately, we didn't have any transactions under cash. It's normal when you are preparing and it happens like that. Don't get confused. It's normal, right? So what you have to do now is to balance off your cash book. In this case, we'll balance both the cash and bank. The cash has it has nothing to balance, right? So let's focus on the bank, which we have 1,000, 2,000, and 250 at the debit, meaning the credit side will be more than the debit side. Okay, so let's do the additions. Here we have 4,000 plus 125. We'll get 4,175, which is more than what is here, which will be around 3,250. So if we find the difference, which will be used as our balance carry down, the difference is 925. So put it here, 925, label it as balance carry down using the closing date 30th September, right? After that, you can rule your total lines. Very important. So the totals we have seen to be 4,175. Make sure you underline it twice to signify your total. Okay. Then under the cash, there's nothing there. So you just draw the total lines and put dash there, or you leave it like that. So this carry down will go to the next period from September. We go to October. So 1st October, balance brought down. We put it under the bank, and that settles it for this question. So this is a simple question that I'm sure you could have easily. And note, under the discount column too, you need the total. You just put the totals there and underline them like you do for your total, and do same for the discount received. That's all. Okay. You don't balance the discount allowed and discount received columns with carry down, nothing. No. Just get the totals under and you are good to go. Professors, any question? No questions. Okay. I think I'll be glad to take a second illustration, which has more transactions. Now, I chose this question for you to be able to appreciate how you deal with the discount. But let me check. I think I have one question here. Let's see if we can quickly run that within the next 15 minutes. Okay, for my purposes. Please, any question before we take the next question? Any question? Okay. So let me erase the details in this one. Then we can use the same setup for our next question. This time the business, the name of the business is who? It's an office supply shop. Okay. So there's a question here, right? The period relates to June 2008 or 20x8, right? Let me erase this thing. So please let's read a question because of time. I'll quickly be running through, but please, if you have any question at any point in time, let me know. Okay, Nadom, you are welcome. Okay, so professors, on the 1st of June, you see balance brought forward, cash 420, bank 4,940. This is an opening balance, right? So what do? You go into your cash book and then you record that. Cash has a debit balance, bank has a debit balance until you are told that the bank has what? A credit balance or an overdraft. And of course, the example we just solved, you saw that the closing balance became a credit balance, which is an overdraft, right? Okay. So 1st January or June, sorry, 1st June. So June 1st, what happened there? There was a balance brought down. So under the cash, we have 420, and under the bank, we have 4,940. That is it. Let's go to second. We are being told the following paid us by check. In each case, deducting 5% cash discount. Okay? So these are the following people who made the payment, and in each case, deducting a 5% discount. So let's look at the names. We have S. Braga, L. Pine, H. Jean Holt, and M. Rai or Rhea, whatever. Pardon me with some of the name. So again, the question is the business receiving or paying? Of course, the business is receiving because the following people paid us, the business, by check. So the business is receiving with debit. We put the date, which is 2nd June. Right. You put their names one after the other. The first person is S. Braga. So S. Braga paid how much? 820, but we have to deduct 5% discount. Please, I'll need the calculation to be a bit quick for me. So what will be 5% on 820? 5% on 820, yes. Who is doing the calculation for us? Someone with a calculator? Yeah, Austin. How much? Oh, I thought Austin was giving us the figure. Oh, professors, please, let's be fast about the calculation. I want us to finish this. Oh, I can't hear Austin.
41.
31. Okay, good.
What?
41. Okay, 41. 41. Thank you. So less the discount from the 820. How much are we getting? So 820 minus 41.
That's 770.
779. Okay. So this should go under the bank column because the money was checked 779 group. So you see how you record it. Put the discount and then put the net amount at the column. As simple as that. On that same date, we go to Alpine. So Alpine, his is 320. So let's do the calculation. 5% on 320. 15. Okay. When you do the deduction, what will be the net amount? Is it
305?
Okay, thank you. We go to Jean Holt.
22.
22. What will be the net amount? 418, I guess.
Yes, please.
And the last person, M. Rai. 1,040 times 5%.
Please, 52.
52. Okay, so after deducting, what will be the net amount? 900 and what?
988.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Good. So you see, that's how you do your recording, right? They all happen on the same date, but deal with them one after the other. Good. On the 3rd of June, we are told cash sales paid direct into the bank. I think we've made this transaction, right? We sold goods and we have paid it into the bank. That's the finality of it. Okay, so it means bank is receiving from sales. So 3rd June or June 3rd, the details will be sales. And then we put the money in the bank account because we deposited it into the bank, 740. Then on the 5th, we have paid rent by cash. So this time the business is paying. So you credit. So you go to the credit side, put the date, 5th June. The details will be rent, right? And how much do we put there? Under cash. This time under cash, 340. Good. Then you move on to the next one. 6th, we paid the following accounts by check. In each case, deducting 2.5% discount. So we are making a payment. So we come to the credit side on the 6th of June. June 6th, we paid the following people. M. Peters is one of them. The next person is Jane Graham. And the last person is F. Bell. So, Jane Graham and then F. Bell. Okay, so let's do the calculation. 2.5% for M. Peters is 360. How much are we getting as a discount? Are my professors active or Enkola or Mada?
Please, for what's in MP to this? Okay, so say that one. Say
Yes, we are listening. Oh, I didn't get the point too. Okay. Well, let me also confirm with my calculator here. So 360 times 2.5%. That was giving us 9, just £9. So 360 minus 9, that will be 351. Remember, the payment was made in check, so it goes under bank 351. That is for M. Peters. Please do confirm the figures for me as I go through. For J. Graham, we have 960 times 2.5%. That's 24. If you do the deduction, you'd have 936 as the net balance. And then F. Bell, we have 400. That will be 10. If you do the deduction, you have 390 as the net amount. Please, are these figures accurate?
yes, sir.
Please.
Good. Now let's go to the next transaction, which is on the 8th. And I need my professors to comment on this one. Withdrew cash from the bank for business use. So the business went to the bank and withdrew cash. I need some comments on this. I'm asking because I expect a comment from my professors. So who would do the comment? Yes, Portia, let's see.
Okay, so we withdrew cash from the bank for business use means that we've taken cash from we've taken cash from the bank, and it means that bank is given cash because you've taken it from bank. So it means that we are crediting bank and we are debiting cash. And this is a
Okay.
contra entry.
Exactly the point I wanted you to hit on. A contra entry, right? You are withdrawing cash from bank. So both your cash and bank account will be affected, and they are all in the same cash book, which is a ledger. So that's the contra we speak about. So you see, when you are recording this type of transaction, you have to be very careful, otherwise you'll mess it up. So always analyze which of them is receiving, and the principle is debit that one. Which of them is paying? Credit that one. So if you are withdrawing cash from bank, what it means is that bank is giving or paying, right? So you have to credit bank and you debit cash. So let's do the debit. The date is June 8th. So we are debiting cash. If you are debiting cash, you put the money under cash, 400, but the narration will be what? Bank. So you are debiting cash in the name of bank. Okay. Then you go to the credit side on that same June 8th. You are crediting bank in the name of cash. $400 under bank. So always be careful when you are recording these contra ends. Otherwise, it's either you miss the narration or the details, or probably you do them. Okay. On the 10th, we have cash sales, 1,260. Prophet says cash sales. It means we have sold goods and we have received cash. So on the 10th of June, the narration or the details will be sales. This is cash transaction, so we put it under cash, 1,260. Good. Then on the 12th, we have BH paid us the account of 280 by check, less £4 cash discount. Okay, so somebody is paying us, so we are receiving money, right? So on the 12th of June, that was from BH. There was a discount of 4, and as a result of that, the 280 will reduce by that discount. So we have 276. Sorry, was it cash? By check, sorry, by check. So that will go under the bank column, 276. Great. Then the next one on the 14th, paid wages by cash. So you are making payment June 14th. So June 14th, we paid wages by cash. So that goes at 540. Good. 16th, we paid the following account by check. Outward, less cash discount, and the other person to F. Dury. 412 less cash discount of 12, right? Okay, so this is a payment on the 16th of June. So the first person is R. Todd. The discount was 15 and the amount we were supposed to pay is 310. So if you less the 15, I think that should be 290. The payment was in check, so we put it under the bank column. The next person was F. Jury. There was a discount of 12, and for that matter, the net amount will be 400, right? Okay. We have the next transaction, which is bought fixtures by check. You are buying a fixture. So the business is buying, will make payment. So on the 20th of June, the details will be fixtures. We bought fixtures, right? By check. So it goes under the bank column 4,300. The next one, bought lorry, paying by check, another payment. So June 24th, lorry by check. 14,300. Okay. Then received 29, received 324 check from A line. So we are receiving. Okay. Then we have 30th, cash sales. Again, if you sell goods for cash, you are receiving the cash, right? So sales, you see that it's very sweet. This is cash sales, so under the cash, 980. Then last one, bought stationery, paying by cash. So June 30th, stationery. We paid by cash 56. That's all. So now what is left is for you to do the balancing, right? So let's take them one after the other. Cash first, and then we'll go to the bank. So because of time, let me quickly use my calculator here. Right, let me make it full screen. Okay. So if we look at the cash, if we sum the cash up at the debit column, we have a total of 3,060. If we sum the ones, let me do the summing for all. You'll be using your calculator. I'm happy. I'm lucky to use the Excel to get the form, right? So the cash, the debit side is 3,060, the credit side is 936. So definitely our balance carry down for the cash will be 3,060 minus 936. That's 2,124. So that's your balance carry down for cash. Do same for the bank. Bank, you have the debit side, which is 8,770, and the credit side, look, 21,000. So our balance carry down for bank will be at the debit side, which means the bank is having an overdraft, right? Let's look at the difference. So you have 12,617 as the balance carry down for bank. So you see that in this case, the carry downs were not on the same side, right? It doesn't matter. You only get worried if your carry down for cash goes other way, because cash can never have a credit balance. Cash always has a debit balance, right? Okay. So you put in the totals, right? And we are good to go. So cash, we have 3,060. And the bank is 21,387. Okay, so for your discount, just put the total 134 and you are good to go. So okay, so you now underline your total figures, right? Then you bring down your carry downs to the opposite side. So for the cash, 1st July, so July 1st, we have a balance brought down under the cash of, under the bank rather, of 12,617. And then for cash, July 1st, we have a balance brought down under the cash of 2,124. So professors, this is how you do your balancing, right? For the discount, just put the totals here. So discount allowed 134, discount received 70. Okay. I guess at this point, my professor should be very comfortable in solving all questions. Yeah, Josephine, ask your question. Yes, Josephine, I'm listening.
Yeah, please, you said something about the cash. I didn't really get you well.
Okay, so I said the cash can never have a credit balance. It's the bank that can have a credit balance. In that case, it means there's an overdraft, right? That is the business has taken more out of the bank account than what they have. So, for example, in your bank account, you can have 100 cedis, and the bank may allow you to withdraw 120 cedis. So the 20 cedis becomes the overdraft. It's a form of a loan that is given to current account holders, not savings account holders, current account holders. Okay. Please, any other questions? We have 2 minutes to wrap up.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you are welcome. So, professors, please, they say practice makes man perfect, right? So please be practicing. That's why I put some of these illustrations on the page for you to try as assignment exercises. Please do. You can even solve some in your textbooks. If you are confused, bring it on board. We'll discuss it. Okay. It is a highly examinable area. Okay. Cashbook, either the double or triple column. So watch it out, and I'll be glad if you have a similar in your WASI in the next 2 years to come. Okay. So thank you very much for making up to class. Those who are owing me assignments and have asked for extension, you promised by close of today, I'll be expecting. I'll share all the videos. So all these videos I'll share, and then I'll put some assignments and exercises for you to do over the weekend. Okay. Have a nice day, professors. It's always nice hearing and discussing, financial accounting with you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Please, all of you say bye-bye. All of you say bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Now, late comer. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Say bye bye.